Hey guys, I've got quite a clever app to show you today. It's called Backitude, which is sort of a latitude controller really. Now, Latitude seems to be kind of a Marmite type thing. I love it, I use it a lot. I think it's great just to sort of see where friends and family are. It's quite handy. Let's say I'm going to ring my mum, I can check if she's at home or if she's out somewhere busy before I call. At the same time, other people can see where I am. I'm not too concerned. I control, it's not like I'm broadcasting to everybody where I am. I control who sees it. So you can also set within Latitude how accurate it is if it's just within a town or your exact location. But Backitude gives you extra control over that. Let's have a look at some of the settings. So you do need to have obviously a Google account that uses Latitude, but you turn Latitude off on your device. You tell it not to report the location from this device because we're going to let Backitude do it. So standard mode settings, time interval options. So I'm actually set for 3 hours. Basically I've set mine up to still let people see where I am, but to save a lot of battery, because I was finding that one thing Latitude does do is eat through your battery. So I'm set to 3 hours, but you can have it to obviously an increased amount, like every 30 seconds or so. Now one thing I don't think this allows that some others do is for you to change a profile, so you could have like a driving profile, stuff like that. Although you do get to say mode when like charging or on Wi-Fi and things like that. So obviously normally when it's in the car it's charging, so you can have it in that scenario to update more often. Location polling timeout, so if it can't find a location, at what point does it give up and move on? So I've got mine very quick so it doesn't waste much battery. Do I want it to display a message when it's updating? No, I don't. So you've got a docked mode, edit polling preferences for application behaviour while plugged into a power supply. I'm not sure why that's greyed out actually. Is that something I've done somewhere perhaps? I'm not sure. Wi-Fi mode, edit polling preference for application. Maybe I have to plug, no, I don't know why. Update settings. Location steal. So this seems quite a clever idea. If another app locates your position accurately, Backitude will steal this location value and update your latitude location. A successful steal will also restart your timed, I think I should say timer. Maximum steals rate, 5 minutes, so you don't keep stealing, just do it once, if 5 minutes later do it again maybe. Minimum change in distance, so I can say, well, if I've not moved 500 meters, don't worry about it. You can change that to very accurately, or you can turn it off. Let's keep it on that. Latitude resync, frequency for sending the last detected location latitude. So I'm not sure actually what that is. If that, let's read it again. Frequency for sending the last detected location to latitude in addition to the normal updates. So that might be along the lines of if it's not located any reason to change, it will update at least every, well in this case none hours, but you could put 3 hours. I'm not entirely sure. Data roam reduction mode, update only Google Latitude if Wi-Fi connection is available. So that's good if you're abroad somewhere, it will just update when there's a Wi-Fi. So accuracy settings, you can tell it, when to, you know, only within GPS within 6 meters. Actually I'm going to go with 12, that's fine. Minimum Wi-Fi accuracy is fine. Offline storage settings, so you can get it to, if you enable that, again, if you're out of the country and you don't want to be using the data, it can store offline and update it to Google once you're connected, which is very useful. Push update settings, push enabled. So you can have it so that someone can text you and it sends it forces you to update, which would be handy, you know, if you put this on, if you've got a child or something, you put this on their phone, you could text to get an update of where they are. Status bar icon, display phone notifications. Advanced settings, so you can, okay, that's all the system location settings. So this is where you say what to use to find you. That's the Wi-Fi I'm connected to. Set priority, so this is where you suggest which you want it to use first. Now if you select GPS the first one and GPS is turned on up there, each time it tries to update, it's going to turn, you know, it's going to try and get a lock. Obviously that's quite, it's very accurate, but it's quite battery intensive. So I've just gone with Wi-Fi with tower triangulation as a backup. Now, my understanding, if it uses a steel, that will use the GPS location. I could be wrong. I think this is just if the app itself wants to try and work out where you are, that's how it uses it. And then wake lock enabled. When in sleep mode, wake the system to poll and update locations. So again, that's a pretty massive sort of battery decision for you to make. If you want it to wake up to locate where you are, that's the kind of thing that will go through battery. So the way I've got this set up, and that is pretty much it. The way I've got it set up is that it is battery friendly, so should we say? You know, I've seen a massive difference since I've turned off Latitude and I turned this on. But checking my location history on Latitude on my computer, it is working. So when I'm at work, I can see it's got me at work, and when I'm at home, it's got me at home. What it doesn't have, when I'm using Latitude, I can see on the map the kind of the different points as I've ridden into work and saying coming back. Whereas with Backitude set up like this, I've just got at home and at work, and that's it. It's not got the locations in between because it's set not to wake the device up, and it's set to only update every 3 hours. So generally it's going to check, yeah, and he's at work. Then a few hours later, or if I open something to use someone else, yeah, he's here. So it does work, but I'm on a lower accuracy but battery saving setup. It would be quite handy if they had different profiles. That would be pretty fantastic actually. You could say like save battery, regular, or high accuracies, something like that. But generally, you know, I think it's a very good app. So that's Backitude. It's free on Google Play. My name's Andy.